Magandang umaga mga kapatid. September
Good
3
morning.
na. Tristan, Ikaw, kumusta na kayo? Uy, may kasama ka. May co-host ka dyan.
Oo, may special guest tayo ngayong umaga. Good morning po. Good morning, Kapitan. Good morning, Tristan.
Good morning. Good morning, Kapitan. Good morning, Iko.
Kamusta na kayong lahat? Kayong dalawa. How was your week, Iko? Ikaw ang matagal na hindi namin nakakano.
Sorry. Excuse me po. Okay naman, Kapitan. Very productive week. Despite the extended pandemic, still pressing on. Doing, ayan na, hahoan na. Doing what needs to be done. And ano pa rin, kumbaga still managing to create despite what's been going on. So, excited kasi Pasko na.
Oo nga. Dumungaw naman si JMC sa inyo.
Ito na, dumudungaw na. Ito na. Ayun. Mga dungaw lang.
Ayun, grabe.
Good morning.
Oo. Bati ka muna. Si Tristan muna. Tristan, bati ka muna, Tristan. Kumusta ka naman?
Good morning sa lahat. Okay naman, Coach. So, also like Iko, very productive week. Yan. And excited din sa Christmas. Hindi lang ako makapaglagay ng background na may Christmas tree, pero may Christmas tree na ako sa background ko eh.
Oo. Grabe, no? Ikaw naman, King. Parang sineselebrate mo ang birthday ni Jungkook, Naka-purple ka ngayon, ha?
Para lang, siyempre, talaga, sa practical leadership, lahat talaga tayo, very productive week.
Kopya na lang
Of course, ngayon, sa NECQ pa rin tayo. Pero, of course, life goes on, work goes on. And, I guess, dahil September na, alam natin Pasko na. So, parang merong konting excitement. Kaya, alam natin na marami pa rin tayong gagawin for the Burr month. Okay? And,
correct.
Very parang expectant ka din. Ako, personally, I'm expectant and very excited for the things that we're going to do. Right? So, kami ni Direct, meron kaming project for this season, for this December.
Ano ba yan? Project ba yan is involving mga bata?
Yes. Exciting.
Taon-taon ba yan? Yung project na yan?
Panata. Panata na to, Kapitan.
Ang edad ba sa mga bata hanggang sa mga preteens?
Oo.
Sa church ba to?
Oo.
At meron ka dito, gano'n.
Pero ano nga ba tawag doon? Ano nga ba tawag doon sa program na yun?
Medyo mahirap siyang mahulaan. Christmas presentation.
Wow, tama!
Hindi ko mahulaan yun. Grabe, ang hirap ng title na yun, Christmas presentation. Ang hirap. Ibang klase yan. Maganda yung while we're on the Christmas theme, may tinanong si Tristan kasi nung meeting namin nung Wednesday ng gabi. May tinanong siya kasi nagmi-meet kami mga businessmen. May tinanong siya na gusto ko sanang itanong din niya sa inyo. Tristan, ano nga ba yung tanong? Yung tanong mo sa amin ni Mon?
What are you hopeful for this Christmas?
Yun.
Yun yung tanong ko.
Maikli na lang yun. Hanggang December na lang yun, di ba? So, what are you hopeful for this Christmas? Yan. Umpisa natin kay sino? Mamili ka sa dami ng pagpipilian mo dito sa screen. Tristan, mamili ka. Mamili ka.
Si Direk Iko.
Iyon. Yan.
Namiss ko si Direk.
Okay. Oo nga. It's good to be back. Ako po, ang hopeful ako para kay Christmas ay that si Ab, asan na napunta yung isa? Bigla na lang umaalit. Nawawala, bumabalik. Ito na, parang Gary Valenciano to si King. Ayan, ako, hopeful ako para kay Abby, hopeful ako para kay Sharon. Good morning sa'yo. Hopeful ako para kay Mark. Ayan, good morning. At hopeful ako para kay Noel. Wala lang. Sumegway lang. Hindi ako, I'm hopeful that grabe naman yun. Hindi ako prepared. Tagal ko na hindi nakasalang dito. Pabilisan nga pala ng sagot dito.
Dito. At ako umaga pa.
Oo nga. Well, I'm hopeful that yung sa efforts ng mga tao at ng ating gobyerno, yung herd immunity sa pagbabakuna, ay magkaroon tayo ng physically connected Christmas with our loved ones. Hindi tayo malimit to just virtual because nga somehow we've done our part to make sure that we are all protected from one another. So I'm hopeful that we'll have that physical connection this coming Christmas season.
Ikaw, direct naka-first dose na kayo ni M, no?
Yes, Kapitan.
Wow. Pero initially, di ba? Initially, you were saying hindi ka masyadong, why? You were waiting for the right vaccine or ayaw mo talaga?
Okay. Siguro, to be sensitive to the other people who still are not decided on doing it. Ako kasi initially, I didn't want to do it because primarily, I guess because of research. Kumbaga, alam niyo naman tayo, mahilig tayo magbasa-basa na kung ano-anong articles from reliable sources. And nasa testing period pa daw kasi itong vaccine, di ba? But, of course, as science has shown us and also because of intense research din naman ng mga tao na nasa medical field about the vaccines that are available, whatever brand that is, nakita naman nila na it's effective. And ako, to put it in layman's term, at least pag tinamaan ako ulit, hindi na siya ganun kalala. At least that's how I would put all of those research na nahanap ko. Kaya parang in my mind, it's not so much for myself. I guess I want to protect others from me. I want to protect other people from myself. Kaya kami, with much thought and prayer, sabi namin, siguro it's time for us to, yes, meron kaming apprehension, but let's look at the bigger picture and look at the greater benefit that outweigh the risk. So, we both decided na, sige, tara, pa-vaccine na tayo. Number 1, to protect ourselves from other people. Number 2, so that yung herd immunity ay mapabilis. As we can see, based on statistics, nakakatulong talaga ng significantly if a person is vaccinated. And lastly, ano ba yung third reason ko? Third reason ko is so that I'd be able to, yun, tama. Galing, buti. Alam mo yung nasa ko post ko. Yung pangatlo is that at least kung tamaan ako, hindi na siya ganun ka-intense. So, yun po yung aking reason.
Ano ba ang since sa ating apat kasi, o actually sa ating 5, si Derek yung tinamaan para dun sa mga nanonood din, si Derek yung tinamaan sa amin ng COVID. Ano ba ang feeling ano ba ang nararamdaman? How is it like? Kasi
Yeah.
we have no experience, and I mean, we're thankful
Yeah.
that you overcame, di ba, and all, di ba? So, but what does it
Mm-mm.
feel?
Yeah. Gratefully, no. Gratefully, I would say that our condition then was just moderate. It was considered moderate lang yung symptoms namin. But one of the most intense symptoms na naramdaman ko would be, kasi una, it was really just makati yung throat ko, which is, we experience that sore throat. Lalo na kayo, you speak a lot, diba? So may mga times na napapagod yung throat mo. So that's normal. For me, the worst feeling was may 3 days na I had very difficulty breathing. I'll put it na lang in a story. Anong one day, I think it was on our 4th day of being sick together, no? Kami mag-asawa. Sabi ko sa kanya, palit tayo ng sheets, palit tayo ng bed sheets para fresh naman tayo pareho. So, we did that. Pero kapitan, it was such a struggle for us to even do that. Alam mo yung parang nagpapalit ka kumot, hinihingal ka, hinahabol mo yung hininga mo, tapos kami ni parang, yung literal, ganito, parang, teka muna, nagpo-pause kami, kasi hinahabol namin yung hininga namin para lang makapagpalit ng bedsheet at saka ng pillowcase.
Yeah.
At the same time, may fever ka na pinagpapawisan ka nang hindi mo sure kung mainit o malamig.
Wow.
Those 3 days yon na nagkaroon kami ng gano'n na we had a very difficult time breathing. And it's an experience, it's a feeling that you wouldn't wish for anybody or anyone. So para sa akin yun yung pinaka-intense na naramdaman na. Yung hirap na hirap kami pareho huminga.
And sa case ninyo, moderate pa yun.
Moderate pa yun.
Wow. So can you imagine, no? There's no nararush sa hospital na severe case. Di ba yung mga na-intubate na and all, ang hirap siguro.
Yeah.
Kamusta yung mga like your BP and all, normal pa rin yun? Siyempre kasi may stress sa heart rate.
Yeah, we didn't bother to check our BP, but we had an oximeter. Kasi yun daw yung pinaka-importante, yung oxygen levels mo. So, sabi nila, akala ko nga 93 is actually not a bad score. Score talaga yun. Parang I think pag 90, feeling ko parang, I guess pag 90 and above ka, okay ka pa. Pero apparently, sabi nung in-house doctor namin sa office, pag umabot ka na 95 is okay, it's acceptable. Pero once it goes down to below 95, that's already warning sign na yun. It's a warning sign for you too. There's something really wrong with your lungs and your capacity to take in oxygen. So, gratefully, I think nag-93 ako, 93. But, parang it was really, my decision then was really just to rest. Nagpahinga lang talaga ako. Kasi si M, after 1 week, my wife, after a week, she was generally better. But ako, I had an extended cough for about a month.
And so, ang ginawa niyo, you just rode it out. Meaning, you just let the virus take its course. Of course, with meds and all, di ba?
Yun talaga yung pinaka-importante, sir. Kasi on the 3rd week, parang kinabahan ako kasi tapos na ako sa antibiotics. Pero ang intense pa rin ng ubo ko. I think sila King nga nagbi-meeting one time. Tapos narinig ko sabi ni M, okay na naman si Iko, better na siya. Tapos bigla akong yung umubo ng malala sa likod. So parang hindi naman. Parang hindi naman siya better. So I consulted with my doctor. Sabi ko, pwede pa ba ako ulit apparently, during the time na I thought I was better, but my cough was still there. Kinabahan na pala si M. So parang she wanted to consider na mag-ER na kami. Pero sabi lang ng doktor, magtuloy lang ako ng cough syrup, and she gave me just an additional a few days with the antibiotics. And thankfully, after that, naman siya, nag-subside na talaga yung ubo ko and I got better.
So niresetahan ka rin ba ng doktor ng Yakapsul.
Ano yun? Hindi ko yun pinaresetahan. Ano ko yun? Inultimatum ko yun. Ay. So I think
Readily
ang naging
available na
benefit,
yun eh.
readily available. I think
Available.
benefit talaga sa akin, kapitan nitong COVID experience ko is that mas mataas na nga empathy ko. Mas lalo pang tumaas after that. Ngayon, kapag may tao na magtatanong about COVID, ano na ako, ready to share my experience. Minsan nga, hindi naman hinihingi yung opinion ko, nagbibigay na ako ng opinion. Kasi nakita ko what helped us, and what practical ways to do when you're going through it. Ang pinaka-importante talaga yung unang mong labanan yung fear.
Fear.
Yung fear.
Right.
You really need to fight. You really need to fight for it. For your life.
At saka,
You need to
I
fight
guess also
for your
kasi
life.
yung fear kasi is result of the stigma that it brings, di ba? Di ba? Yung pag sinabing COVID, ala, COVID, oh my gosh, COVID, naku. Di ba? Part of the fear is that, the stigma. Di ba? Na
Yes.
ayaw mong malaman ng tao na positive ka, di ba? But you have to. Di ba? You have to declare you're positive. Kasi para alam mo, di ba? So, yeah, that's true, no? Kasi kung ano talaga yung naglalaro sa utak mo, no, at that time, affects your physical well-being.
Yeah.
Salamat, ha? Salamat for sharing those insights on how to deal and overcome COVID.
Yeah. Thank you also for praying. Yeah, alam ko itong apat na nandito at wala si Pastor Leeds, pero isang napaka-importante talaga is may mga taong nagdadasal at nag-encourage sa'yo habang pinagdadaanan. So, salamat sa inyo for praying for us, for Marian.
Walang anuman. Anytime. Kahit nga yung mga nanonood sa atin, di ba, kung si Pom, inuubo na rin si Pom. Uy, pa-check mo, paswab mo yan, partner. Paswab mo yan, kapatid. So even those that are watching, kung gusto niyo kung meron kayong nararamdaman or you need prayer for anything, you just message us and we'll gladly do it for you. Ganyan tayo dito, community tayo ng Kape tayo. Di ba? Di ba, King?
Oo naman, of course.
Oo naman. Since naka BTS color ka at mukhang sineselebrate mo yung birthday ni Jungkook. Uy, incidentally bago tayo kay King, yesterday I heard the news. It was a news item. So, birthday nga nung isa, di ba? So, ang ginawa niya, lahat ng mga greetings ng army, live, on the spot. Ang ginawa niya, kinanta niya lahat ng greetings. Most of the greetings. Kinanta niya. On the spot, may melody lang. Tapos he started singing he was reading all the greetings. So, that's about a 3-minute song, di ba? After that, hulaan nyo, 2 billion. Akalain nyo, 2 billion likes, views, and shares.
Wow.
On that one segment alone. On one person. Grabe, sabi ko. Ibang klase to mga to. Uy, batiin mo muna to, King, bago ko sumagot. Batiin mo muna to. Ayan, batiin mo. Ayan.
Ayun. So, good morning sa aking army ba? Army na asawa. Nika Ray. Love you.
Iyan na. Okay, King. What are you hopeful for daw? Sabi ni Tristan. This Christmas.
Siguro parang pareho lang din nung kay Iko na makapag-Christmas with family and yun. Siguro yun yung pinaka-hoping ako na mangyari. Makapag-Christmas with family. Kasi nasa US yung family ko.
So, ibig sabihin kayong pupunta ng US. That's what you wanna do. You wanna be able to go there?
Yes.
Paano
Pero
yung Christmas presentation?
before naman yun eh. Before.
Record. Tama, tama.
Pwede naman yung gawin yan from home.
Yun,
Oo.
correct.
From home. US
Oh,
home
tama
lang
naman.
nila.
Tama.
US.
US home. Wow. Isa lang Christmas presentation.
Oo.
Direct
Sa
from, saan ba
California.
saan ba si Tita? California ba? King?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh,
Kape tayo live at California.
yun!
Pwede.
Oy. Oy. Oh. Anong oras mo doon? Pag ganitong oras?
Mga 5
Pag
p.m.
8 dito.
5
Uy,
p.m.
pwede.
Pwede.
Walang problema yun, di ba? Kahit 12 hours difference pa, pwede. 8 o'clock lang doon. 8 p.m. Oh. So Tristan, ikaw na ang huli, di ba? Oh. Ako, halos pareho rin eh. Actually, pareho rin sa kay King at saka kay Iko na yung hope ko is yung, if there's any sense of normalcy, it's that we can that we can celebrate Christmas together na sabay, ginawa rin namin yun noong 2020 kasi nga nag-GCQ na noong 2020, di ba? So, nakapag-celebrate kami as a family dito. Pero yung tayo, yung, di ba, yung, nakapag-celebrate nga tayo, nag-keg nga tayo nun, di ba? Pero yung tayo and all other new communities or friends that we've had over 2021, di ba, na lumaki pa yung community natin eh, lumaki pa yung friendships natin eh, di ba? In spite of na sana hindi lang puro virtual, pero yung free ka talaga na you go out na walang mask. Hope kung hope lang talaga, walang mask, walang fear, you're just having fun with other people, most especially your family, friends. Yun yung aking hope na, at saka from there, sana magtuloy-tuloy. Yeah. Yun yung sense of, yun yung hope ko for this Christmas.
Yan.
Si Jose Marichan nga, medyo nahihirapan ng lumabas ngayon. Diba?
Kailangan niya muna mag-swab.
Ikaw, Tristan, ano yung sa'yo?
Sa akin, nasa 2 million na kasi lahat ng nagkaroon ng COVID, coach. No? So, ang hope ko talaga is that this pandemic or this year will pass na none of us in our family will get it. Kasi nga sabi ng iba, it's not already a question of if, but a question of when. So hopefully that when will not come in our family. So we're praying and believing God for that. And also, tulad ng sinabi mo, Coach, parang I just want to imagine one Sunday will just like the normal Sunday pre-pandemic, we'll just go to church, meet some friends, have lunch with some friends, diba? Tapos go home with family and enjoy the rest of the day. So things like that. So hopefully that will happen this Christmas. Yan.
Yeah. Oo, masarap yan. Paano kaya yung mga iba? Like, kunwari, sina Attorney Bobby na nakikinig ngayon, di ba? Happy Friday. Saka si
Baka mag-Boracay yan.
Evangeline. Naku, hindi na naman babalik yan. Alam mo naman sila mga paras pagka nag-out of town yan, sagad-sagaran. Parang hindi na babalik. Pero ano yung hope ninyo? Diba? What is your hope? We'd like to throw that question also to all of you who are watching with us, all 7 million viewers of ours. What is your hope for this Christmas? Kahit itong Christmas lang na to. Na, sabi ni Okta Research, mukhang magiging merry ang Christmas natin ng 2021. Okay, so abangan natin yan kung ano yung mga sasabihin ng ating mga kasama sa show natin today. Okay? So, we are also, Tristan, by the way, we're on our last episode for our series 4, which is season 4 Hero. And episode 4, which is basically learning how to own, diba? Learning how to own your power and then being able to use that for the common good. Kasi baliwala naman ang power kung nasa iyo lang, di ba? Parang how do you know that you're exercising power kung if you don't use it for the common good? Of course,
Mm.
power can be used for good or bad, di ba? Sinasabi nga natin parang mga villains, di ba? They also have power when they use it for harm or evil or doing wrong. Heroes naman also have power, but they use it for the common good. And we learned last week about both heroes and villains have similar goals. Iba lang ang approach yung dalawa. And when you look at the heroes, villains parang na-amplify sila dahil sobrang twisted, I guess,
Mm.
twisted ng approach, diba? That they will take lives, they will do things that normally we would not even think of doing. So so we're gonna be talking about that now. Yung when you own up to your power and you use it for the common good. And the first hero that comes to mind is si Peter Parker. I don't know
Mm.
if you followed the Spider-Man series, diba? Yung, at least in the movies, no? Si Peter Parker kasi nung hindi pa niya tanggap na meron siyang kakayahan, hindi niya tanggap na meron siyang kakayahan or he, he didn't know what was happening to him. Diba? All of a sudden, hindi niya kailangan ng salamin. Linaw ng tingin niya, di ba? He had spider senses. He didn't know what was going on. So he couldn't call it for himself. He couldn't own it. And as a result, hindi siya he couldn't perform like the Spider-Man that we know later on. Yun yung part dun na what are some of the things that can happen to people when they don't own their talent, they don't own their strengths, they don't own what they have. Parang alam mo yun, yung they're just aware. Alam ko
Mhm.
lang na magaling ako sa analysis. Alam ko lang magaling ako mag-strategize. Alam ko lang na magaling ako. Pero hindi nila they don't own it. What could possibly happen to people like that, Tristan? What do you think?
Um, parang misplaced, ano yan, Coach RD, no? Parang for me, it's a misplaced energy, trying to be
Hmm.
good at something that you're not. Parang ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if that's me, it would probably cause me a little, maybe a crisis, strength crisis, or an identity crisis,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out who I am, parang ganon, or what my strengths really are. Or I could also be abused by people kasi hindi ko alam kung anong strength ko. Tapos sila alam
Mm-hmm.
nila, they may manipulate my strengths for their own purpose. So parang feeling ko ganun yung pwedeng maging effect
Yeah,
ng pag hindi
correct.
mo alam yung strengths.
Mm-hmm. At saka yung I like what you said, no? Pwede ka ma-manipulate ng iba eh. Oh.
Delay lang yung facial reaction ko sa screen. Hindi ko alam bakit ganun.
Okay.
Pero
Okay.
pero
Yung sinasabi
nakikinig
ko
ako, nakikita kita.
Okay.
Ba't ganun?
Sige.
Parang nakadub yung boses ko eh, no? Mamaya
Nakakatawa
na
talaga
lalabas
sa
yung
itsura.
tawa ko.
Lalabas sa facial expression mo yung tawa mo. Ganon.
Yes.
Nauna yung
Kapag
boses
si
mo eh, no?
kapag seryoso ka na, mamaya tumatawa ako.
Okay. So, so, huwag niyo pong pansinin masyado huwag niyo pong pansinin masyado yung video ni Tristan. Pansinin niyo lang yung boses niya, okay? Kasi baka mamaya tumawa sa habang seryoso ko. Pero tama ka kasi pwede ka nga manipulate ng ibang tao eh. Di ba? Hindi, dapat ganito ka kasi bagay sa'yo yung ganito. Di ba? Minsan ganun eh. Kasi hindi mo nga alam kung ano yung galing mo, ano yung talent mo, natural talent and ability mo. So, ang mangyayari nun, parang dapat ganito ka, Tristan, kasi bagay sa iyo yung trabaho mong ganito. Dapat siguro more empathetic ka kasi ano ka eh, pastor ka eh, or dahil may missions ka eh, yung ibang tao sa ibang bansa, naalagaan mo yan, di ba? So, as compared to if you know that you have command, yun yung number one mo, di ba? I mean, that's in the strength finder. That's a theme or a strength. If you know that you have that and you own it, you can put it to good use, di ba? And you're not easily swayed or manipulated by others. Kaya minsan napupunta sa dark side kasi hindi nila na-own yung kanilang quote-unquote power or hindi nila na-own yung strength and talent nila. And so therefore, they're swayed by the dark side. So their talent now is used for the evil. It's used for evil, for self-gratification, getting what's theirs, as compared to heroes whom they use their talent, their strength, they own it, but it's always used for the common good or for other people. Um, Another thing that could happen is frustration. Frustrated ka dahil hindi naman ako to, pero ito yung pinapagawa sa akin. There's a level of frustration if you don't own up to your strength, if you don't own up to your talents. So yun yung maganda doon. Diba? Ito si King. Tanong natin si King na kararating lang. Ay, on board ulit.
Yeah.
Nag-commercial eh.
Comment ko lang, no? Totoo talaga yung nangyari, no? Nung seryoso ko na, Coach, Kapitan, tumatawa na si Tristan. But anyway, actually, yung sagot ko, yung frustration. But yung frustration na pag hindi mo alam kung ano yung strength mo, itatry mo yung mga ibang bagay and it will lead up to frustration kasi hindi mo alam kung ano yung strength mo eh. Yung pala, hindi mo talaga kayang gawin or hindi mo siya element pero ginagawa mo, parang napipilitan ka. It will lead to burnout, frustration, and of course, pwede rin hindi ka maging excellent, di ba? Dun sa task na yon or dun sa kailangan mong gawin na yon, di ba?
Yeah.
If it's work-related, di ba? Kumbaga, ang daming negative things na pwedeng mangyari. It will cause you to resign or mapagalitan ka or bumaba yung ano mo talaga, production or yung mga ginagawa. So, yun. Frustration.
And you don't, ang lalabas doon, hindi ka nakakadagdag ng value. Pakumpanya, di ba? Hindi ka nakakadagdag ng value sa team mo. Eh kung ikaw pa yung team leader, naku, yeah. Then worst of all, you're not able to add value to yourself. Which, if you belong to any organization or if you lead a team, the goal is to be able to be, well, not the goal, but sana maging purpose is value-adding tayo. Diba? We really become an asset rather than a liability to the company. Diba? Tignan mo natin si Evangeline. Ayan. Sabi niya, sumagot. Thank you so much. Basahin mo ang sagot, kapatid.
Sabi ni Evangeline, hopeful ako, wag na magkaroon ng another virus. Viruses keep changing, beginning, building, hence we have not yet gone through inner solution para hindi na tayo naka-move on. May bago na ulit. Oo nga yung mga variant, di ba? Variant na
Correct.
Meron Delta, then ngayon may Lambda. Okay, so ubusin ata lahat ng Greek alphabet.
Greek alphabet. May mu na raw di ba? MU. May mu variant na raw. Oo. Yung sinabi nila, may mu variant. So yeah, but we share in your hope, Evangeline, na maka-move on na talaga. Di ba? Kasi, okay nga, mag-herd immunity ka. Tapos, it protects you. Pero, kasi yung nakukuha nating bakuna is for the first variant.
Yes.
Di ba? Hanggang wala, hindi sure na papoprotektan against the Delta variant. Not all is sure, but it's protection nonetheless. So, yeah, sana nga. And, we also pray for the drug companies that are producing these vaccines. We pray that they're able to produce vaccines, number one, fast enough, di ba, to supply the world. Kasi global nga, pandemic nga, di ba?
Yeah.
To supply fast enough. And at the same time, that they would be able to develop stronger vaccines also. Kumbaga parang bago pa may bagong lumabas na variant, ito na yung vaccine. Kaya na niya kung ano pong variant ang pwedeng lumabas, di ba? So, yan ang magandang, and I'm sure these drug companies are also looking at that, R&D, research and development, or what if this strain happens, this strain, di ba? They try to think ahead of everyone. So, we pray and we share in that hope. Maraming salamat sa iyong message sa amin in relation to Tristan's question. Yeah. So, sabay na ba yung yung audio and video mo, Tristan? Pagsalita ka.
Hello?
Right.
Hindi pa rin.
Hindi pa rin. Pero
May delay pa rin
umikli.
na 10 second. Kanina 2 minutes
umikli. Yun. Yan, si Kapitan, bumalik na ulit. Ay, si Kapitan, bumalik na ulit.
Paano lang sa ating lahat to? Parang pag sinabi mo talaga, Kapitan, na kapitid si Iko, parang talagang totoo kasi medyo parang may hawig kayo, no? So, yung kapitid, legit eh.
Oo, no?
Oo, sa ibang episode na natin pag-usapan yan.
Ibang episode na yan.
Dramatic
origin?
story na.
Yan yung mga kwento ko origins di ba?
Origin.
Of which, by the way, before we continue, nakita niyo yung post ko sa sa messenger natin. OTJ is going to be on HBO Go. On the Job. It's a show, it's a movie by Joel Torre, starring Joel Torre, directed by Eric Mati. One of the best Pinoy, one of the best Filipino movies that I've seen. Storyline, artista, the way they portray the roles, ang galing. It's really well written, well directed, well, may ganun ba? Well acted. Tama ba yun? Direct.
Pwede po.
Pwede. Since ako na yung may
Pwede. Pwede. Ay, so
naghihinang ba si M doon sa inyo?
Nagko-construct ko yung misis ko. Nagko-construct ng shake.
Naghihinang. Kala ko naghihinang eh. Okay. So, abangan nyo po yan. OTJ, On the Job. Yeah. Tristan, may sinasabi ka? You were gonna say
Akala ko
something.
yung nagkikinis ng kuko, parang gano'n yung tunog eh.
Nail file, ganun katindi.
Baka naman kuko sa paa, kaya medyo kailangan heavy duty. Ay, nako. So, going back, just very quickly, tatlo lang yan. When you own your God-given powers and use them for the common good, tatlong bagay lang yan. Number one, you turn your raw talents into strength. Diba? Pagka tanggap mo na dito ako magaling eh. Diba? I don't need to be like someone else. Pero it's still raw. So how do you turn your raw talent into strength? You invest in it. You invest the effort, diba, to develop it and know that at some point you're gonna make mistakes, diba, as you try to develop. Lahat naman yan, diba? Yan yung part of the growth mindset ni Carol Dweck, diba? Don't get just fixed on the fact that these are my strengths. So ito na ako, diba? No. Develop it into becoming stronger. Don't just develop your raw talents into strengths, but develop it to become stronger, over time. So put effort into it. Know that you're going to make mistakes And when you do, ask for feedback. Ask for feedback. Paano ba ako? How, just before we went on air, nagkakwentuhan lang kami ni Derek na where do we need to go, 'di ba? As a speaker, o tayong lahat, we're all in the communication field, 'di ba? Field of communication. So sinasabi nga ni Derek na alam mo, kapitan, dapat pumupunta na tayo sa Kumu at pumupunta na tayo sa TikTok. Ang fixed mindset is, hindi, Facebook at IG lang ako, okay na yun. Pwede na. Pero hindi eh. Ang growth mindset is, how do we become stronger in what we do? Diba? It's the ability to explore, diba? New avenues, new ways, diba? To become better. So, and then, kasi syempre, ang mindset ko, TikTok, puro sayo-sayo naman yan eh. Hindi naman ako singgaling ni King at saka ni Direct Iko sumayaw. Kanta lang, kami ni Tristan, di ba? Ay, si Iko rin pala, magaling rin pala kumanta to. Total
si Iko, ano yan,
pala
sing and dance yan. Oo.
Oo, nag-host pa. Nagde-direct pa. Ang talaga.
Complete package.
Complete package. Di ba? So, what you were saying that, di ba? Sabi na, kailangan pumunta na tayo sa TikTok kasi pabata na yung kailangan nating generation to reach. So, which is true, di ba? So, constantly turn your raw talent into strengths. Okay? Number two, second thing is, other people will benefit from your quote-unquote power. Other people will benefit from that. So, for example, this will not be possible what we're doing online without all of your talents put together. Diba? Kasi other people will benefit from yung mga nanonood sa atin, yung ating mga ilang million ba ang viewers natin? 7 million viewers natin. Diba? They won't benefit from it because kung ano lang tayo, kung puro tayo lang online, hindi magbe-benefit yung iba. Diba? So, importante yung when you know what you're really good at, you use it, di ba? Like, perfect example yung sinasabi ni Iko kanina, di ba, na pagka merong gustong malaman, ano ba yung nararamdaman ng isang tao may COVID? Share siya kagad, di ba? So that, in the event that you have any of these feelings, at least, number one, magpa-test ka na. Tapos kung nagkataon na positive ka, of course, we pray na wala nang magka-positive cases, ba? Pero kung nagkataon na mag-positive ka, at least, na mawawala yung fear. Kasi, it's really the stigma, di ba, that brings fear. But you know how, di ba? You know how because someone was able to share that, di ba? Someone was able to communicate that clearly. So other people really benefit when we begin to use our power. And then the third one is, tignan ko lang yung kodigo ko. A superstar team is always better than a team of superstars. Alam naman natin yan, di ba? A superstar team is always better than a team of superstars. So, kasi alam naman natin, di ba? Pagka marami kang superstar sa isang team, maraming ego yan. But you just take a look at the Justice League, or whether you're Justice League or Avengers, whichever team you belong to, or kung the X-Men ka, kung alin man sa kanilang tatlo, you always see na they will always have to work together. They'll always have to complement each other. Kasi may ibang bagay na hindi kayang gawin ng isang superhero na kayang gawin naman ng isa. Diba? So, though they have their individual powers, though they have their individual strengths, when they collaborate, when everybody starts to work together, you really build a superstar team, not just a team of superstars. Na hindi pataasan ng billing to, but it's how do we use what we have so that we can serve more and more people. Those are the three things that when you own your power, those are some of the benefits that can happen with it. Unless you guys want to add, please feel free to do so. Yeah.
Ayan, si King may add yata. Ginamit ko yung team ko yung strength ko.
Command. Naka-mute ka yata, King.
Oh, I agree. Oh. A super team is better than that of a team of superstars. Kasi, like kunyari, in a basketball team, pwedeng sapawan, ganyan. Or, yun, inggitan, di ba? Then, it will lead na yung superstar na to will want to move to another team. So, kumbaga mawawala ng gana. But, a super team, parang ganyan, no? A superstar team, they know how to work together and they can accomplish greater things. Di ba? Kasi parang they're moving as one, di ba? Pare-pareho sila ng goal and then they don't mind kung they're role players or team players kasi nga they're building one team for one specific goal. Ang mahirap kasi minsan pag puro superstar, ang binibuild nila is yung sarili nila. And they don't think much of their teammates o kaya of their team. Pwedeng maging ganun. I'm not saying lahat ganun, but it can lead to that na it's more of me showing what I can do than me helping and showing what my teammates, my team can do. So, yun lang. Thank you for that wonderful question.
Meron
Ako,
ding
Coach,
meron ding
okay.
Hindi, batiin muna natin si Abby sa kanyang hopeful. Hopeful for a cleaner, fresher air to breathe so we can all have a normal life. Especially for the kids, yes. To be able to travel again, yes. And deeper faith for better leadership and governance that will benefit all. Nako! Tumpak! Oo, tumpak.
Yes.
So, kailangan magrehistro na.
Yung
September 30, the last day for registration. If you want a better tomorrow, better Philippines, go out and register so that you can vote.
Nag-register. Registered ka na ba, Ikaw? Direct? Saan kayo rehistrado?
Ready to vote. Makati.
Mikeri.
Nag-transfer na kami. So, Makati na yung aming...
Nag-transfer na kayo from Guam to Makati na?
Yes. Tagal na.
Parang wala namang pinagkaiba. Guam, puro Pilipino rin, di ba?
Totoo. Malayo, lang. Ha?
Nakaboto ba kayo last time?
Hindi kami naka-register kami last time, pero hindi kami nakaboto. So, recently, to secure, just to make sure that we are still registered, pumunta kami sa munisipyo to check kung kailangan ba namin mag-reactivate or ano man yung process for us to be on the active status. And sabi nila, upon checking, actually active pa po kayo. But if you fail to miss another election for 2 consecutive times, wala na.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, I am. Excuse me po. Nangyayari sa. So yes, I'm an active yung aming registration, and I hope na sabi nga ni Kapitan, lahat ng nanonood sa atin ngayon, rehistrado na tayo lahat.
Yeah. And check, di ba? It's good to do that. Yung sinasabi ni Iko na check kung okay pa yung voters registration ninyo, di ba? In your area. It's always good to do that. Even national ID. Nag-apply na rin kami for national ID. So, so we all have our appointment when the ECQ, when the quarantine loosens. Dapat August 7 ang appointment namin to get the ID. But because nga nag-lockdown, so we have to wait till it's open again. Tristan, God bless you, Tristan.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me po. Oh! De,
Uy,
pero alam
Hindi
mo,
naman narinig
Kapitan.
ka na.
Sasabay na ata yung audio-video ni Tristan. I'm so proud.
Oo, sync
Oo.
na. Yay!
Oo. Pa-exit na kasi tayo. So, nagsabay na.
Oo.
Hindi pa 100% sabay, parang dub pa rin siya, no? Parang dub.
May millisecond delay.
Ayun, no? Parang dub.
Okay.
Pero question Kapitan, paano ba mag-register pag gusto ko nung kumuha ng national ID? Is there a website or is it a
Yes.
OG?
No.
Or
Yeah, there is a website. I just forget. Isa was the one who sent us the link, but I can send the link. But you go to that website and then you just fill out all the the application form. It's a very short application form, and then you submit that, and then you schedule. After submitting, it will give you dates when they're open for for interview, and kasi you have to, I think, thumbprint and facial picture. I don't know kung iris pa or basta whatever they need to do for you for the ID to become complete. You'll have to schedule an appointment for that. So you just fill out the application form, and then pick the date that you want to go for face to face, and then you go. So kaming lahat dapat August 7, 1 p.m. But nung nag-lockdown ng August 6,
yeah. Oo.
they said we're closed, so we'll just go back to the site and book another appointment. So we're looking at maybe September and second half of September or October for that national ID. Okay yun kasi lahat nandun na, di ba? So, and it gives you good tracking for people, everybody. At
Yeah.
saka sabi raw nila, yung if you need to apply and you need two IDs, pwede yung isa na lang, national ID na lang.
Oh, wow.
That will cover two IDs already.
Galing. Actually, meron kami ni Nika ng UMID. Unified, ano ba yun? Multi-purpose ID.
Unified.
Unified.
Ang nandun, SSS.
Basta yung mga
Ano ba yun?
SSS, pag-ibig ba? Hindi ko sure. Or PhilHealth. Hindi ko alam eh. Basta basta sure ako SSS.
At saka your TIN number should be there, di ba? Yeah. So everything, all the information that that you have with regards to the government, driver's license, passport, TIN, SSS, should be in that card. I'm thinking that's how it's gonna be. Kaya kailangan mo na lang ng isang card if you're going to apply for opening an account in a bank. Di ba normally they ask for two IDs? Isa na lang bibigay mo. National ID. So, yun.
Galing.
Galing. You were gonna say something kanina, Tristan. Or Iko. I forget which one.
Tristan po. Si Tristan.
Nakamute ka. Yan.
Yung question ko tungkol dun sa topic kanina, yung sa shinare mo, yung number 2. Ayan. Kasi paano kung halimbawang nagsistruggle yung tao na other people benefit from your power, pero ayaw mo magpa-benefit yung iba. So, paano dapat ang gawin ng isang tao na gano'n?
Ayaw ba? You mean
Diba?
the recipient? Parang gano'n?
No, the giver.
Ikaw,
Let's say,
the
I got
giver.
the power. Say, I got the power, and then I don't want other people to benefit because they might use it for wrong purpose. So, what should I
doon na
do?
pumapasok yung heroes and villains. Di ba, heroes, when they use their power, it's always for others. It's for the common good. The villains, they use their power to amass. Di ba? To get, to to be self-serving. Di ba? If you look at all, kahit tignan mo yung Leonidas, King Leonidas, and the Persian king, di ba? Both of them had power. Both of them were king. Di ba? Pero si King Leonidas, for Sparta, for Greece, for the common good, di ba? Defense, di ba? Ganon. And he used his power to that end. Pero si Persian king, conquer, di ba? Land, get ganito, get ganon, subdue, di ba? I mean, bow down to me and all. So, in a way, at saka it's useless. Parang it's self-serving. Also, you amass all of that. But at the end of the story, we all know that what happens to villains as against the heroes. Di ba? Alam naman natin yung ending ng mga villain o yung ending ng mga, di ba? Kahit nga the greatest battle, which was between Jesus and Satan. Di ba? Hero and the villain, talo na ulit yung enemy. Di ba? So, why? Because Jesus used his power for everyone, for others, di ba? To help provide salvation to people. Diba? So, there's a hope, there's trust, there's faith, there's ganito. So, yun parating nila. Yung isa naman, kaya nga na-banish, di ba? Kaya nga he went to hell because he wanted the glory for himself. He wanted it to be him. He wanted to be So, ano nangyari sa kanya? In the end, tinalo siya ni Jesus. Nung namatay si Jesus, kinagalan niya ng power yung isa. So, in the same manner, be careful also kasi if, you acknowledge that you know what you're really good at, use it to help others. Use it to so that others will really benefit. Otherwise, baka ma-dark side ka. Balik tayo sa episode 3. Resist the dark side. So, that would be my answer to that. Diba? So, sabi nga ni Tita, good morning. Ayan, King.
Ayan, sabihin mo na yung gusto mo mangyari ngayong Pasko. Sabi ka
Go.
na.
Hi Ma, sana sa Pasko magkakasama tayo.
Sana kasama rin kami, Tita.
Let's go.
Handa nyo na lugar nyo.
May inflatable bed.
Yan, oo. At saka ito, ang inyong property managers, Ikaw.
I know. Good morning, Miss D.
Good morning sa'yo, D. Hope you were able to catch the first part of our show. We were talking about owning your power. So, yun yung sagot ko, Tristan. Going back to you, yun yung sagot ko dun sa tanong mo. Be very careful. Kasi nga, power, di ba, power is, power can either build you up or it can corrupt you. Diba? Power can strengthen you, it can also corrupt you. So, know it, own it, but at the same time, use it naman for others to benefit. Saka marami dyan. I mean, the power of knowledge regarding finance. Yan, sina Randall, sina Marvin. Diba? They just have their know-how, tapos, they just give it to others. They help others make good use of their money. Sumagot!
Ayun! Yun.
Ayan.
That's awesome. I wish we can all be together this Christmas. Aba, may Christmas tree emoji pa, diba?
Ayan na.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
So mag-impake na kayo.
I wish we can all be together this Christmas tree. Yun pala yung message. Ito lang sobrang first time ko ma-experience sa bahay nila mami, no. Yung Christmas tree, totoong tree, hindi siya fake na nabibili sa SM, no. So talagang pumitas siya ng leaf ba or something from the moon. Tapos pinaamoy niya sa akin. Kung may amoy talaga. So kaya pala yung, alam mo yung nasa kotse, yung Christmas tree
Yung,
natin.
Oo.
Oo, kaya pala may
Pine tree.
Oo, kaya pala may ganong scent kasi talagang mabango nga naman talaga yung totoong Christmas tree na yung
Legit.
legit pala yung
Talag,
sakot.
talagang nirelate mo sa
Trip
Christmas
mo.
tree ng air freshener.
Oo, kasi parang, di ba, hindi ba
Cute.
na ano ba talaga ang amoy nung pine tree sa kotse? True to life ba na ano na kaamoy nung sa ano nung totoong Christmas tree?
Alam mo pinaka na-miss ko? Sorry alam mo pinaka na-miss ko sa atin? Yung sa bahay tayo nagse-celebrate ng Christmas. Di ba
Oo, grabe.
di ba, yung lunch hanggang until Jesus returns ba? Walang sawang kwentuhan
Oh,
eh. Talaga,
ano yan?
bumabalik ganun eh. Pag ganun eh, di ba, 70s, 80s.
Ano, lunch hanggang mag-toothbrush na yung mga anak mo, coach, bago sila matulog.
Yung tipong
Yun ba?
yung tipong na-memorize ko na kung ano itsura ng banyo nyo. Alam ko na kung saan nakalagay yung dahil paulit-ulit na akong bumalik.
Oo.
Pero
Alam
hindi
mo,
pa tayo nakakapunta sa bagong bahay.
oo.
Yun.
Yung bago ko
Yan ang
na-memorize eh. Yung alam mo na kung saan mo i-on yung ilaw, di ba yung tricky dun sa bahay nila? So, paano mo open yung ilaw?
Memorize mo na.
Ma-memorize.
Uy, by the way, coach, singit ko lang may nabasa akong post ng isang kaibigan ko na nakatira dyan sa area rin ninyo na may isang part daw ng village nyo na naka-strict lockdown.
Part ng village namin, Mervin.
Oo, na naka-strict lockdown. Somewhere there. At least that side of town.
Well, I don't know. Ang alam ko, the street right in front of the village, yun naka-lockdown. Which is Pasay. The access road is Pasay. Naka-lockdown siya. As in,
I see.
mga pulis. So I don't know kung inside. I don't know inside.
Basta somewhere in that area. I think somewhere in that area. Yes, you're right. It may be that. Yep.
So, yun. So, imbis na yung iikot kami to come in kasi to come into gate 1, mas madali yung old access road. Pero because nga naka-lockdown siya, talagang wala. We have to go around.
Well, ingat po. Yun lang. I guess I just want to say, triple ingat lang.
Super. Thank you. So, yun. So, mga kapatid, 9:07 na. Patrabahuhin na natin. Weekend
Let's
na,
go.
mga kapatid. Weekend
Yes.
na. So, since si Iko ang bagong dating after a long time, ikaw na magsara ng show, ha? So,
sige.
mga kapatid, just make sure that you're always safe. Of course, it's a weekend, so enjoy your time with your family. Go, ano ba yan? Movie night. That's one thing that you can do with the family. The whole time. Movie night, just everybody in one room. Tapos doon kayo magdala ng chicheria, bring your soft drinks, your juice, or whatever, and then enjoy a good movie together. Tapos pagkwentuhan ninyo. But importante yung time with the family because we need that. No? Kasi pagdating ng Monday, laban na naman. And hopefully by next week, bukas na lahat ng mga establishments and all para mas merry ang Christmas. So with that, I want to thank you so much for all of you for tuning in. We'll see you again next Friday. King, ikaw na!
So, thank you so much for joining us sa ating episode ngayong Kape tayo. And of course, special shout out sa aking asawa at sa aking ina. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys soon. And para sa mga kapatid natin, again, thank you and keep safe. And ingat lang po tayo lagi. And of course, mag-exercise rin tayo, no? Para tumaas yung ating immunity. So, bye everyone!
Okay, ayun. Ako naman, sabi nga ni Kapitan, bukas, Sabado, manood kayo ng pelikula sama-sama. Samahan nyo na rin ng exercise. Pero sa linggo ng umaga, kung may oras kayo, gusto ko lang makita ninyo yung magandang ginagawa ng isa nating kasama dito ng kapatid na si King Reyes. napakaganda ang sarap mag-service ngayon kasi I know that he's part of that team that makes it so pleasant. It's such a pleasant experience to attend service at Victory Makati. So kung may chance kayo, visit lang kayo sa Victory Makati 10 a.m. kasi ang ganda ng visuals. Parang ka nanonood ng ASA. Ganyan. Parang ka nanonood ng variety show. Pero at the same time, alam mo yun, parang nag-worship ka, pero ang sarap sa mata. So yun lang. I just want to congratulate kapatid na si King. At higit sa lahat, okay, ito na yung closing spiel. Ako po si Iko Gonzalez as ako ay part ng isang superstar team. Na ang kapit tayo. Alright? Okay. Goodbye everybody. Maraming salamat po mga kapatid. Have a great weekend.
Bye!